My father was a visionary.
Baltimore businessman John Paterkis passed away this Sunday. He was 87 years old.
He had a passion for Baltimore, the community, and the people.
The Paterkis family is mourning the passing of their patriarch. His son and namesake, J.R., remembers his father's work ethic.
My father worked 7 days a week.
He was known as the bread man to many in the city, taking over operations at H&S Bakery right after high school.
And, just through self-teaching, developed his own business skills, communication skills, whatever he had to do to make it work. Yes, it was difficult.
Paterkis turned it into one of the country's most successful bakeries.
We had only one operation. Today we have 13 bakery operations. 45% of McDonald's in the country we service. The McDonald buns and the English muffins.
His interests varied from politics to real estate. He's credited with bringing life to Harbor East.
At that time, it was basically a swamp area.
His development deals led to the hotels, restaurants, apartments, and offices that now stretch from Fells Point to the Inner Harbor.
That's not our forte, but we ended up getting into the real estate development because of the commitment that we want to give back to the community, trying to support and make Baltimore what it is today.
Live in high definition from WBFF in Baltimore. This is Fox 45 News at 10.
So my father was totally committed until the day that he passed today. Matter of fact, he was in the office 2 days ago.
Remembering John Paterkis, a multi-million-dollar businessman who played a key role in Baltimore's development. Hello, I'm Jennifer Gilbert. An iconic bakery and real estate magnate has died. John Paterkis passed away this morning. Shelley Orman is live downtown with a look at the major impact he had on Baltimore. Shelley.
Hi, Jennifer. We are in Federal Hill Park, and looking across the harbor from here, this is a view he impacted, changing the skyline of Baltimore. He's responsible for much of the development and buildings you see.
My father was a visionary.
Baltimore businessman John Paterkis passed away this Sunday. He was 87 years old.
He had a passion for Baltimore, the community, and the people.
The Paterkis family is mourning the passing of their patriarch. His son and namesake, J.R., remembers his father's work ethic.
My father worked 7 days a week.
He was known as the bread man to many in the city, taking over operations at H&S Bakery right after high school.
And, just through self-teaching, developed his own business skills, communication skills, whatever he had to do to make it work. Yes, it was difficult.
Paterkis turned it into one of the country's most successful bakeries.
We had only one operation. Today we have 13 bakery operations. 45% of McDonald's in the country we service. The McDonald buns and the English muffins.
His interests varied from politics to real estate. He's credited with bringing life to Harbor East.
At that time, it was basically a swamp area.
His development deals led to the hotels, restaurants, apartments, and offices that now stretch from Fells Point to the Inner Harbor.
That's not our forte, but we ended up getting into the real estate development because of the commitment that we want to give back to the community, trying to support and make Baltimore what it is today.
Paterkis leaves a legacy not just in the city, but with his family. His 6 children are running his businesses, and he has 19 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren, with 1 more due in 2 weeks. Reporting live in Federal Hill, Shelley Orman, Fox 45 News.
Shelley, thank you. To recap the remarkable life of John Paterkis, he expanded his family's small Baltimore bakery into a multi-million-dollar operation. He was the primary developer of Baltimore's Harbor East neighborhood that changed the face of the city. He was an influential political donor who supported such leaders as former Senator Paul Sarbanes and the late Mayor and Governor William Donald Schaefer, among others. He was also known for giving generously but quietly to people and causes he supported. Mayor Stephanie Rawlings Blake issued a statement tonight reading in part, "Mr. Paterkis was my friend and a great friend to the city of Baltimore. He will be truly missed." A public viewing for John Paterkis is set for the Grand Lodge in Hunt Valley on Wednesday between 2 and 8 p.m. A private funeral is planned for immediate family only.
What can I say about my grandfather? I mean, I called him Bopple or JP.
Alex Smith smiles as he talks about his grandfather while sitting outside his own restaurant downtown.
Really, his legacy is what's down here in Harbor East because he spent every last dollar he had trying to develop Baltimore.
His grandfather built a multi-million-dollar empire, starting with H&S Bakery.
Hundreds stopped by his viewing earlier today to pay their respects. Many say all you have to do is look around Harbor East to see the impact that he made here in Baltimore. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan was among the many paying respects to the Paterkis family and also saying goodbye to John Paterkis. He passed away Sunday at 87 years old. From politics to his work developing Harbor East, those coming to Cockeysville's Grand Lodge knew Paterkis from political circles, business dealings, Baltimore's Greek community, and the bakery he ran and worked at until 2 days before his death. He was known to many in Baltimore as the bread man. Paterkis ran H&S Bakery for decades, developing it into one of the country's largest.
I became very close to him in a short period of time. He's a warm, outgoing, friendly guy, very modest. Kind of shy. I mean, he stayed in the background. He didn't want a lot of attention or publicity, even though he was doing all these incredible things.
The legacy that he leaves is the skyline of Baltimore. When you look at Harbor East and you see that a baker had a dream and worked hard and made that dream come true, that gives us all hope that that any of us could possibly do something like that.
And we should note the Paterkis family has ties to our parent company, Sinclair Broadcast Group. Today was the public viewing. Tomorrow there is a private funeral just for the family. In Harbor East, Shelley Orman, Fox 45 News.
5 happening today. A private funeral will be held today honoring the life and legacy of John Paterkis.
Amber Miller is joining us live from Harbor East with how the businessman and real estate mogul is now being remembered. Yesterday, I know the public was able to come out. Today, it's a little bit more of a private affair, right, Amber?
That's exactly right. The family will hold a private funeral for Paterkis today. And as you said, yesterday, the public had their opportunity to pay respects to Paterkis at a viewing that was held at the Grand Lodge of Maryland in Cockeysville. And we can tell you hundreds stopped by. Many say all you have to do is look around Harbor East to see the impact Paterkis had on Baltimore. But he was much more than a real estate mogul. Those attending yesterday's viewing knew Paterkis from political circles, Baltimore's Greek community, and of course, H&S Bakery, a bakery he began operating right after high school and continued to work until 2 days before his death. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan among the many who paid their respects.
I became very close to him in a short period of time. He's a warm, outgoing, friendly guy, very modest. Kind of shy. I mean, he stayed in the background. He didn't want a lot of attention or publicity, even though he was doing all these incredible things.
Paterkis died Sunday. He was 87 years old. Now, once again, the family will hold a private funeral today for their loved one. We're live in Harbor East. Amber Miller, Fox 45 Morning News.
Touching tribute to John Paterkis, the Baltimore businessman and developer who changed the face of the city. Before his private funeral this morning, a procession took place around the Harbor East area. That's the area he developed. It continued around Fells Point, passing the H&S Bakery. Workers lined the streets paying their respects. Paterkis started the business right after high school, and he continued to work there until 2 days before his death. He died Sunday at the age of 87.
A touching tribute to John Paterkis, the Baltimore businessman and developer who changed the face of the city. Before his private funeral this morning, a procession around Harbor East, the area that he helped develop. It continued to Fells Point, passing H&S Bakery. Workers lined the streets paying their respects. Paterkis started working in the family business right after high school, and he continued to work there until 2 days before his death. He died Sunday at the age of 87. The funeral for John Paterkis was today, and Paul Gessler reports his funeral procession passed by the old bakery one last time.
Some people don't view their co-workers as family.
You're all my family, right? I mean, for years and years, right?
But Nancy Oswald isn't most people.
Always.
And this isn't a normal day. The roses she grips in her hand await a special guest.
How you doing? How's your health? Good?
H&S Bakery, Nancy says, is family to her and others.
When you work for this company, you really do feel like family. This is family.
He was very approachable by his workforce, and I think that was part of the magic of having him for a boss.
Everyone here waiting on former boss John Paterkis.
Harbor East is John Paterkis. It breathes it. This is him.
The police just stopped traffic on Alisana.
The bakery owner died Sunday.
One of the greatest men that I've ever known has passed. He's just such a wonderful man to work for, and really a wonderful person.
Paterkis' work family pay respect outside, some as the bread bakes inside.
Show must go on. So all of our bakeries are running today. What you're seeing now is a reflection of their appreciation for what he's done.
His son, JR, grateful.
Thank you for giving back to my father. Yeah, all right? Just, he's gonna be missed.
Oswald, meanwhile, tosses the roses she held tight all morning, a release, as one does when they bid farewell to family.
Oh, we all love him. We all love Mr. Paterkis and his family.
I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him.
In Fells Point, Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News.
Are about to begin. We have the Baltimore City Police on their motorcycles here with the lights flashing. If you look beyond that, heading toward the Four Seasons, that is the hearse. We saw several individuals place roses on the hearse, and it looks like they're in place, ready to go. Lining the streets, we have employees from the various hotels here in Harbor East. That includes the Four Seasons, Pier 5, the Marriott, as well as the Hilton hotels that are here in Harbor East lining the street. Each of them have roses. Some of them are white roses, pink roses, yellow roses, gorgeous colors, as well as candles. Some of them have been lit, some of them are not lit at this particular time. And once this begins, they're going to come out from the Four Seasons Circle, and they're going to make their way around Harbor East, and then of course make their way into Fells Point, and obviously make their way to the H&S Bakery. We've also been told that they're going to stop by Mr. Paterkis' office. At that point, they plan to slow down just a bit as they go past his office during this procession. So at this moment in time, we are waiting for it to begin. We believe the family is in place. We saw about 3 or 4 limos, maybe a little more than that, coming in after the hearse. They made a U-turn at the Four Seasons Circle, and now they're in place, ready to go. So we're just waiting for it to begin at this particular time. I would say, Tom, my estimate would be about 100. As I said, they're representatives from 4 different hotels. I do believe maybe even some restaurants. Some of those employees have joined in and lined the sidewalk here, because literally lining the sidewalk where the Four Seasons is, and then the circle, the famous circle that we have here at the Harbor East. Everyone is lining the circle as well, and then some of the other side streets. So we have quite a number of people here. I know I spoke to one of the organizers, and it was a bit delayed, as we reported. The procession is a bit delayed, and they said they have hotels. So I'm going to stop because it's beginning. I'm going to stop now. We can watch it. We can see the hearse now turning the corner there, following Baltimore City Police. Following the hearse, we have the limos carrying the family of Mr. John Paterkis at this time. Yeah, absolutely. So many of these people touched by Mr. Paterkis' life. We've been saying it all week long that he was the primary developer of this space. And therefore, I believe you actually said it, Tom, all these people are here working in this area because of the vision that he had many years ago. And so they wanted to be here today. Now the procession is finished as far as being right here at Harbor East.